Later that drive, it's Azeez Ojulari getting to Gabriel, 7-yard loss. A field goal takes the lead, but Dylan Gabriel keeps his head up. Next Browns drive. The fumble from Gabriel in the exchange, and Andrew Makuba is there again. 2 turnovers from Makuba.
Yep, that's what, but it was just not a clean handoff right there to Pierre Strong. And so that's the first job. Get the ball in the belly of your back right there. A little miscommunication in that handoff. That starts with the quarterback.
So the Browns win in the preseason. Here is the comparison. 5 drives for for Dylan Gabriel, 9 drives for Shedeur Sanders. They both had scoring drives 3 times. Again, the passing yards about the same. Passer rating goes in favor of Shedeur Sanders, who was, again, day-to-day with an oblique injury. Kenny Pickett dealing with a hamstring. But let's go back and discuss, Gerald, Dylan Gabriel's day. How did you feel about what the Browns rookie did on Saturday?
Well, he made some mistakes, but that's what you expect from a rookie. But you're going to show the mistakes. You're going to show the interception. You're going to show the lost fumble. But what people won't talk about is his 5 conversions on 3rd down. That's what you want from your quarterback, to extend plays, extend drives, and he did that on 5 different occasions. Now you want to look at how is he in the pocket. Is he struggling in the pocket? Is he antsy in the pocket? Is he taking off running? No. He had great pocket feet, looking eyes downfield, and delivering the ball. That's what you got to do on 3rd down, because we know how this Philadelphia rush is. Patrick Mahomes found out firsthand how great this Philadelphia rush is, and these young guys were on him all day, but he wasn't antsy, and he made some really good plays when he needed to.
You know, Joe, that's what I saw in the scrimmage this week against the Eagles. I saw him make a number of good throws, good red zone throws. He did it in the game. You mentioned it. 5 for 5 on 3rd downs to keep drives alive. And it's against, covered receivers now, where he had to make precision stick throws. He was able to do it. Now, the mistakes, sometimes you can say simply that it's not how many great plays you make, it's how many bad plays you give up. So you turn it over twice. Nobody ever wants that. But I thought, this is the battle for the backup quarterback slot. We know Joe Flacco is going to start week 1 against Cincinnati. He's the starter. He's earned that with what he's been able to do. He stayed healthier than any other quarterback on the roster. But Shedeur certainly did a lot of great things, in his first week. And then, this mistake right here. But you go back down the field. Shedeur right here against Carolina, like these touchdown throws to, Jayden right here is excellent, pointing to the fullback right there on that throw. This throw right here is an actual, a great throw where you got to really layer it. And so we've seen good moments from both of these rookies in Cleveland. And that's promising. I don't think anybody thought they were going to win the starting job. And the fact that both have been banged up and missed practice time for a variety of injuries, they've taken advantage of whatever play time they've got.
Yeah, for sure, and that's the X factor right there, is health. We don't know how healthy Shedeur is and when he can get back to practice, when he'll be able to play. I'm sure if he does get healthy, they'll both play in the 3rd preseason game. Let's see what they both do with the amount of reps they get, but they both have to remain healthy so we can really finish this competition now.
And also the health, again, of Kenny Pickett playing into that as well. With 4 quarterbacks, you have to think a decision will be made at some point. A lot of discussion surrounding the quarterback room in Cleveland. A lot of football played in the quarterback room for the Giants, as well as the Jets. Justin Fields playing against his former teammate, Russell Wilson, on the other side. In this game between the Jets and the Giants at MetLife, they really couldn't get it going, he and Garrett Wilson, early on Saturday, Baldy.
Well, they tried 3 times to get the ball to their star receiver, Garrett Wilson, and they weren't able to complete one of them right here on this 3rd down. It was good coverage, but still, there's no opportunity to get that ball in there against tight coverage. But I thought Justin Fields really struggled with his accuracy and his touch on some of these passes.
Yep. Paulson Adebo in on 2 of those plays. Cordell Flott breaks up that last one. Fields was 0 of 3, targeting his former college teammate in Garrett Wilson. Let's look at Russ. He's got that 1-year, $10.5 million contract, and he's throwing a moonshot to Bo Collins. 80 yards. It could have been 81, but he got caught at the 1-yard line, Gerald.
Man, you got to get on your horse and go get in the end zone, man. You don't know if you ever get this opportunity again. Get in the paint, young man.
He kind of looked over his shoulder. He could have taken that towards the pylon. I know, coaching from this chair. But
this was a miscommunication here.
He was thinking about getting in that paint again. Y'all got to get on the same page.
Yeah, Russ points to the corner and says, that's where I wanted to go. Jackson Dart wants to go on the field. Eventually did it in this game. Would come back off and then go right back on. First and 10, third quarter. Dart throws one down the middle of the field. It is complete.
I like how aggressive he is in the middle of the field and how sure he is. And, of course, the touchdown throw to Dulcich off play action. I mean, that's just a great throw. Good play design as well. But 2 weeks in a row now, touchdown throws. The fake right there to Ward, and there's the touchdown.
No hesitation.
0. And at one point right here, 13 straight completions in a row. And I felt like he was in the process of elevating all of his receivers and all of his teammates around him with his success and, punching in from one on the quarterback's knee.
And it gets Juice Wells, gets him down to the 1. Dart goes and finishes, hypes the crowd up as well. And this is the discussion that's going on in New York and New Jersey. Jackson Dart has had 5 scoring drives. He's played more than Russell Wilson. 117 on the passer rating. Russell Wilson named the starter. It's been pretty consistent, Baldy, that Russ is going to start the season. Is Jackson Dart giving Brian Daboll something to think about here?
Well, let's just take a look at one play, the touchdown throw, because it is a well-designed play, but it's really well executed by Dart. It starts with this play-action fake right here to Ward, the running back. And what it does is he really sells the fake. Success lies in the details. Now, that fake, if you freeze it there, look at all the defenders that he moves. He moves all 4 Jet defenders, right? And what that does is it really is going to open up this lane right there for Greg Dulcich to go underneath it. And once he gets the defense to move off the fake, now there's no hesitation. Just rip it. Just let it rip. I mean, it's a true dart right there, right down the field here to his tight end Dulcich. It's a great throw, but it's a good design. The play-action fake really did what it's designed to do, to move the defenders, to open up the alley to make that throw.
And what people don't see is all the little things they're doing. If you go back to that play, what people don't remember is they went no huddle.
Yeah.
They went no huddle.
They're calling it at the line.
He got everybody on the line. He called that at the line. You do the fake toss, touchdown right down the middle. That's what you want to see from your young guy. See how he can operate the offense, and that's what he did. Making different arm angles and making plays with your feet, trusting your teammates. And he has no indecisiveness. And being in a place like New York, this kid has all the swag you want your quarterback to have. He's getting the crowd into it. And being a former player, I look at all the things around the player. How do guys gravitate to this guy? And when you're watching them, they all look like they're having fun when Jackson Dart is at quarterback. So I know Russ is probably the guy right now, but Jackson Dart is right on his heels. It is not just because his teammates want to play with him, it's what he's doing on the field. I can argue that he's played the best of any quarterback all preseason.
Not just rookies,
across the NFL. He's playing that good right now in these first 2 preseason games.
All right, well, folks, hearing that, it may be even harder for Brian Daboll to keep Russell Wilson on the field.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about
don't necessarily go right to start the season. The Bucs and the Steelers, no Aaron Rodgers. He's in a T-shirt. He's still waiting to make his Steelers debut. But Teddy Bridgewater got the start. He signed in August.